Blog Talk Radio.
Om Shabbat Shalom, Holy Way of the Most High. Om Shabbat Shalom, I sense your presence. Om Shabbat Shalom, Holy Way of the Most High. Om Shabbat Shalom, I sense your presence. And I am the light within your soul. In the essence of truth and right, love makes the circle whole. And here we stand in line, waiting for some sacred sign. But to find the balance is the purpose of this time. To restore the balance of the universal mind. And in the presence of my Lord of light and love, everything I see aspiring to be free. And when I call to thee, and come on bended knee, surrender to the all-pervading light and love. Reflections of the one surrounding me with love. And I sense your presence. I sense your presence. I sense your presence. I sense your presence. Within and without, above and below, yeah. East, west, north and south, I sense your presence. Without and within, below and above, yeah. East, west, north and south, I sense your presence. I sense your presence. In the presence of my Lord of light and love, everything I find in tune with the divine. And here we stand in line, waiting for some sacred sign. But to find the balance is the purpose of this time. To restore the balance of the universal mind. And I am the light within your soul. In the essence of truth and right, love makes the circle whole. And when I call to thee, and come on bended knee, surrender to the all-pervading light and love. Reflections of the one surrounding me with love. For to find the balance is the purpose of this time. To restore the balance of the universal mind. And I sense your presence. I sense your presence. I sense your presence. I sense your presence. Om Shabbat Shalom, Holy Way of the Most High. Om Shabbat Shalom, I sense your presence. Om Shabbat Shalom, Holy Way of the Most High. Om Shabbat Shalom, I sense your presence. Om Shabbat Shalom, Holy Way of the Most High. Om Shabbat Shalom, I sense your presence. Shabbat Shalom, holy angel of the Most High. Shabbat Shalom, I sense your presence. I sense your presence.
Thank you for joining me here on Activating Compassion Radio. My name is Jessie Ann Nichols George, and I'm your hostess. The music you were just listening to at the beginning of the show is I Sense Your Presence. It's by Shem Shai. And I just want to extend a welcome to you. You know, whether you're returning because you've listened to the show before and you enjoy what we do here, or whether you're joining us for the very first time here. We are streaming live in 3 additional places: TalkStream Live, StreamFinder, and 10, also known as Prayer Encounters Network. And I welcome everybody listening through there, as well as those catching our podcast through TuneIn.com, iTunes, and as well as those that catch the YouTube version of our show. I also want to take a quick moment here before we get started to extend a very special thank you to a couple of people who I've had on the show actually earlier this year, not too long ago. And, I've been connecting with people as I've been touring on the Compassion Tour this year. And I'm in Arizona right now. I'm kind of in between, around the areas headed near Prescott, Jerome, Sedona region, kind of right in the middle around those areas. And one of the people that I connected with about 2 days ago, H.G. Moses, you might remember him. He does intuitive sound work. And if you're ever in the Phoenix area, I really encourage you to look him up, go back, check out the archive show on him, because I had the opportunity to do a session with him 2 days ago. And what he did was he took me and he stuck me under a grand piano. Now, if you've never heard a grand piano play while you've been lying underneath it, it is one of the most amazing experiences you can have of your life. It's like the music just totally envelops you, and you don't sense really anything else, and you just kind of go off into space, and then he plays intuitively off of whatever he's picking up from your vibrations as you're under the piano. So it's really, really incredible to experience. And then also Holly Hallowell. You might have remembered her. She was on recently with Healing Jewels, and if you missed that, catch that in our archives. And I had a chance to do some work last night. She's adding some additional things to the work that she's offering and doing, which is involved with the emotion code. And I have to tell you, it is incredible. Just what I've been experiencing in the last, 12 hours from the work that she has with things like sinuses that are chronic sinus issues clearing up, my cells just feeling really light. So definitely encourage you to go back, and I just say thank you so much to both of them, and do check out their work. So moving on, here at Activating Compassion Radio, what I do is look at different ways that compassion exists in our lives. How do we move our blocks, resistances, and frustrations, and more? And then some weeks what I do is I discuss different aspects of how compassion's in our life, how it affects our life, the different areas of compassion. Some weeks what I'm doing is more exercises and practical implementation. A lot of times I do have guests on the show. Today we have a fantastic guest on, DC Love. And then I also highlight different musical artists along the way. In the past we've had Stephen Halper and Peter Cater, both Grammy nominees, very big time. Jill Matson, Claire Hedin, Bruce Ciccarelli, Craig Carolus, and of course H.G. or Harold Grandstaff Moses, all on as musical guests. And then what I do in my own work is I focus on helping people find and use compassion in their everyday lives. I've created the Genesis Clearing Statement. You can catch that in archive shows as well as on my website, JessieAnnNicholsGeorge1.com, where other people have interviewed me, and we've run the Genesis Statement on the show. I've authored 4 books, You, Me, Life Dreams, and its companion workbook being the most recent, and Activating Compassion and its companion workbook being the first 2 that I put out. And then also I've created the Compassion Tour, which is a multi-state nationwide tour, including workshops, retreats, book signings, seminars, fundraising events, all kinds of great stuff. I have still an event coming up in December in Zion National Park, if you're interested in partaking in that. And I'll have one coming up the very beginning of February as well. And then in the meantime, if you've got any places like bookstores or spiritual shops or metaphysical shops around you that you really enjoy, that you'd like me to check out coming to, certainly you can send me an email, Jessie at JessieAnnNicholsGeorge1.com, and I'll be happy to check them out and put them into consideration for my 2015 tour. I have about 27 to 36 spots available for store locations, and I would say about 5 of those are already filled up. And so they're going to fill quickly. So get them in if you're interested in having me come to your area. Just a reminder, if you enjoyed the show today, make certain that you share it. You know, I find when I share things that there's always somebody who really, really benefits, and they're looking for exactly what we're doing here. And you never know who that's going to be until you just click the share button. So they can listen to it in the archives. They can use the same link that you use to get into the show. Or, again, they can go on to my website, JessieAnnNicholsGeorge1.com, and all of the archive shows are on there. They can catch it there. Or, again, through iTunes, TuneIn.com, or even on my YouTube channel. But it does take about a week or two for it to get up on the YouTube channel, just to let you know. Now, before we get started on everything, those that have listened in before, you know, I'd like to delve into a little book called The 72 Names of God. It's by Yehuda Berg. He's a Kabbalah master. And Yehuda just has some really great insights. And like me, he takes these big, giant concepts and he then puts them into more everyday terms, more everyday aspects that we're dealing with. So let's take a look at the message that we have today, because I always find it applies somehow, and it's going to be interesting to see if DC has any input on today's message from Yehuda. And the common name of God that we're dealing with today, and by the way, this is put on my page of the Main Street Universe tab on my website, so you can go back and all through the week look at this message and reconnect with it if you'd like. And the common name we have today is speaking the right word. So I think this is going to be interesting with our guest. And the preliminary message he has here is, did you ever say something you deeply regretted and found yourself paying for it dearly many years later? Words can wound others, but they can also imbue us with blessings and transform our very reality. And the insight he has on this is, words have power. They ignite spiritual forces that influence the events and circumstances of our lives. For instance, Kabbalah says slanderous gossip actually increases airborne diseases in our world. Defaming a person's character absolutely inflicts spiritual and physical harm against the intended victim and upon the person voicing the words. However, because of free will, these truths are concealed from our rational minds by an innate egotistic narrow-mindedness toward all things metaphysical. Thus, it's easy for us to disregard and dismiss the power and influence of a spoken word, and along with it, responsibility. Our words either emerge from our ego or from the light. When we allow the light to talk on our behalf, our speech fills others with hope, blessing, love, and inspiration. According to Kabbalah, we come into this world with a predetermined number of negative words that we're allowed to utter. When this allotment is used up, death overcomes it. Imagine if we spoke only positive words of light. The meditation Yehuda has on this is, silence your ego. Push the mute button. Now call upon the light to speak on your behalf on all occasions, so that your every word elevates your soul and all existence. And again, the common word today for the name of God is speaking the right word. The formal name is Yud Yud Zayin. Yud Yud Zayin. And again, that is on my page of the Main Street Universe tab. That'll be up all week. And that is at JessieAnnNicholsGeorge1.com. And in this work, you know, I have to say, really, I think our guest definitely speaks from the light today. And you're going to find that out as she goes through our interview today, as she goes through speaking with us and sharing her work with us. Now, a little something before we get on break. I'm going to give you a little something to think about. And let's delve into that so that you have a little lead into what we're dealing with today. Is intuition something that everyone has? Is it specific in its form or mutable to the individual working with it? And how do we know if we are intuitive? As basic as these questions are, they are ones that I'm frequently asked by others. More and more, intuition is becoming a part of everyday life. It seems rarer and rarer that I run into someone that doesn't have some shape or form of intuition. We have generations that are born with various intuitive skill sets, and perhaps that is the way to look at them. Just as if we have the skills of communication, math, working formulas, building things, we seem to have intuitive skills. Oftentimes I find that people feel if you are intuitive, you are all-knowing and all-seeing in every way that they want you to be and can use that in any way, shape, or form that they want you to. Yet it is important that while in one sense we are, as intuition is really about tapping into total knowing that resides in the universe. Not all those that are intuitive will find their gifts able to flow easily upon command or in specific forms. For example, one person might be really good with premonition, but may not be able to find lost objects or have mediumship skills. Another person may be a great animal communicator, but not have any connection with channeling. And some people will have multiple skill sets, but it may not be something that they have worked with to call upon and use easily on demand. DC Love is one person that was born with gifts, then chose to add to that by learning and developing additional skill sets. And she has learned to work both with what she loves and what flows easily for her. Now, as someone that comes from a long lineage of spiritual workers, advisors, healers, druidic practitioners, I find this to be a really good approach to things. To me, it's always been important to honor what flows easily. But I was like a sponge on my path, developing so many more skill sets along the way. And I find it important to honor what we have and choose to work with, and then to hold integrity in our work. If one is intuitive and doesn't want to use their gifts to tell people when they will be married or other such fortune-telling aspects, then it is important not to let people push you into that. While our skill sets may be meant to be shared and used, we do not have to bend to everyone else's beck and call in the process. As a friend of mine would say, be strongly active with your gifts, but don't prostrate. In other words, be horizontal or sacrifice yourself in the process. What intuitive skill sets do you have? And how did you come into your gifts? How have you chosen to use them? Okay, this week, our guest is focusing on the components of compassion related to the aspects in my book of finding your truth. And this reminds us that when we are developing, it's important to gain focus and to know what we want to do with the gifts we have, and to have a message to focus on as we bring those gifts out into the world further. I'm going to take a short break, and when we return, I will have DC Love with us, and she's going to be sharing her work as an angelic intuitive distance healer and help you know how to find a good psychic intuitive healer to work with. The song that I have for you during our break is called Walking Down the Road Again. It's by Claire Hedin. And if you'd like to find out more about Claire's work or connect with her, you can certainly do so through her website, which is www.clairehedin.com. That's CLAREHEDIN.com. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Walking down the road again, something new to find. I'm walking down the road again. I've got my peace of mind, and I feel like chasing rainbows. You know they're not that hard to find. All you have to do is open up your eyes. Have walking down that sunny street, the storm clouds far behind. And if those clouds should head my way, I know I'll be okay. So here I go chasing rainbows. You know they're not that far away. All you have to do is turn yourself around. Look at things another way, another way. Try another way. You know things will be okay. Oh, try another way. You know that you will be okay. You know that you will be okay. And if you feel like chasing rainbows, you can catch that very one. All you have to do is reach out with your hand, and you can touch the sun. All you have to do is reach out with your heart, and you can touch the sun.
Welcome back. You are listening to Activating Compassion Radio. My name is Jessie Ann Nichols George, and I'm your hostess today. You were just listening to a song by Claire Hedin called Walking Down the Road Again. You can definitely check out more of her music at www.clairehedin.com. Again, that's CLAREHEDIN.com. And I'd like to bring on my guest today, DC Love. And she is an angel intuitive and psychic with Diamond Psychic. She was born with natural psychic mediumship, channeling, healing, and empathic abilities. DC Love communicates with loved ones that have crossed over and with the angels. She channels messages from both the angels and the ascended masters. And in addition, DC Love has become a master of the Usui method of Reiki and works with the Seikon Reiki. This also allows her to work with both personal and multidimensional energies. DC Love specializes in business healing, and she helps people to gain clarity and light in all areas of their life. In addition, she hosts on multiple radio shows, and we will be looking today at the various aspects of her work, including how to select a great psychic to work with. And you can learn more about her work at www.therealdclove.com. And that link is at the bottom of our show description today, so you can access it really easily there. I'm going to get my mic opened up. Hey, DC, it's absolutely wonderful to have you with me on Activating Compassion Radio.
Oh, thank you, Jessie. It's my pleasure to be here and to also reconnect with you. I did have the pleasure of meeting you personally, and that was so awesome. I was so amazed. You were a guest on one of our shows, and you had mentioned that you were in Pennsylvania, and I couldn't believe it. And then we talked later after the show, and I found you were only 2 hours away from me, and you were kind enough to come and meet with me, and we had a beautiful, a meeting and a little, session of where we just, talked, and I felt like I reconnected with an old friend. It was awesome, Jessie.
It was incredible, and I think we spent like 4 or 5 hours, and it seemed like it had been about
we sort of had
minutes or an hour.
Yeah, like just brunch, lunch, all combined in like one session. It was amazing.
It really was incredible. I had so much fun meeting you in person, and you are just larger than life in so many ways. And if you think that E.T. looks bubbly and energetic in her photos, just wait until you ever have a chance to meet her in person, because she is all of that and more. I have to tell you.
Well, the same goes to
Absolutely.
you as well. The people that, that are listening and, you're going to their different areas, please, if you have the chance, take the time to meet with Jesse. You're not going to be sorry. I'm just so blessed, and I can't wait, and hopefully maybe again next year you'll come back in my area and we can reconnect.
But absolutely. You got it on. No
Yeah, oh
question
my
about
goodness.
it. Do you think I would love for you to kind of get us started by sharing, a little bit of your journey? What made you say, okay, I'm going to get into this work. I'm going to start offering these services.
Well, there's the thing that I didn't choose this for myself. I mean, that would be the thing. Like, I really didn't choose this journey. I had around last year this time, now between the Christmas and the New Year period of time, I had a lot of noises in my house. And I had a lot of goings on, and the noises were getting louder and louder. And I felt like, I've always connected, like I've heard spirits, I've seen ghosts. So I knew that there was something going on, but I didn't know exactly what. And it got to the point where I felt like I was being sat on, and they started to text on my phone. So I ended up contacting Psychic Jethro with Psychics Gone Wild, saying, hey, Jethro, you have Psychics Gone Wild. I think I have spirits going wild in my house. And he just said to me, you know what, I've been waiting for you to contact me. And I was like, for what? And then he then continued to say, you're going to be, on my show. And I just, I was, overwhelmed. And I'm thinking, you know what, I don't know what you're selling, but I just want to know what's going on in my house. So he told me, the people on the other side wanted me to be their voice. And at that moment, I understood, that because I've always seen and I've heard, voices, and I've heard, from my loved ones. So I knew that, okay, this I understand and I'm in agreement with. So my journey, the way that I view it is I sort of just walked into it, Jess. I mean, one day, he just threw me on the radio, and here I started my journey. I had no prior training, and I mean, I just, I started on one of his shows, and there was another co-host, and we switched off readings. So that's basically how I began this journey.
And that's
I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, that's,
it's,
but the concept that it's I'm sort of like a walk-in. I just walked into it.
Yeah, and it's interesting that, when the timing is right to really open this up, it just happens like that. It's like the opportunity.
Yeah, it just happens.
Kind of
And everybody's on their own path, and everyone, their timing is different. And for me, I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother, I'm a wife. I just felt like this time of my life is my time, and my journey began.
Mhm.
And it just, like I said, it just started out of the blue. I've always, like I said, connected with spirit. I've seen ghosts. I've heard from my loved ones, but I never thought I would be doing this. And I felt like a part of my life was missing, and I didn't know what it was. And then this is what it was. This is the part of me that was missing. This is the part that needed to come out to surface, and I feel complete now.
And
I mean, it's totally
really
amazing.
It's totally amazing, and I can see we have some things starting to light up here in our.
I would like to, everyone knows that I resonate with the angels and the ascended masters. So what I did is I went into meditation, and I sat and I asked if I had a message to bring to everyone listening today, Jess. And Archangel Michael stepped forward, and he gave me a little message, and I was just wondering if I could, relay it to everyone that's listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, everyone, this is a message from Archangel Michael. What I do is I sit in meditation, and then I have to get something out to write with, and it's sort of like automatic writing, and this is how I receive messages from, the divine right now, one of my ways anyway. But it starts off, beloved ones, I am Archangel Michael. I am here to speak to you about the angels and how we can help you. Please know that help is always available. You always have angelic guidance, and all you really have to do is ask. please know that, you have angelic guidance and you have angels around you. You have a team of angels. And we cannot help you unless you give us permission to intercede for you. Please tell us what your concerns are and ask us to help you throughout your day. We are here to keep you safe. Please give us permission to intercede on your behalf, and do not wait until you are in trouble to call upon us. We have the ability to see what is in the future, as well as what has happened in the past. And we have the ability to intercede before something happens. So please start today. Ask your angels for assistance. Know that we are around you. We are ready, knowledgeable, and capable beyond your awareness. Then please accept the assistance we offer. We are here to help. Whether you need comfort from pain, healing, or illness, help in making healthier life choices, we are always here. Please know that you are dearly loved, and we, the angels, want to make your journey here one that is filled with love and light. Please call upon us whenever you need assistance. You can never call too often. We welcome you with open arms. Open to seeing the signs that we are sending you, loved ones. We go to great lengths to communicate with you. Sometimes you may pick up a scent of a rose, a loved one's perfume. When you smell a certain scent, it is oftentimes a sign from your loved ones or the divine, that we are around you. At times you may find a white feather on the ground, or you may hear beautiful music and not know where it's coming from. We oftentimes connect during your dream state as well and bring you messages that you will remember upon awakening. Also look for synchronicities and as well to coincidences. A good way that we connect with you would be out in nature. When you are outdoors and you see, different forms in the clouds, sometimes they are angels, sometimes they take on other shapes, that is a sign from us. Do you often find coins upon your path? Are you paying attention? Because this is a sign that we are letting you know that you are loved, you are supported, you are guided. Do you look up in the sky and see sparks of light, flashes of colors? This, too, is another sign. Another sign would be a rainbow, especially seeing a rainbow when it hasn't even been raining. This is just another beautiful sign that brings validation from the divine. Do you notice temperature changes when the angels are near you? Feel the air around you suddenly getting either a little warmer or colder. You may get a chill, feel a tingling in your head, back of your neck, or maybe a slight touch on your arm or hand. This, too, dear one, is a sign that we are near. There are so many other signs. These are just a few. The key now is to be aware. Look for the signs that we are sending you. With a little practice and awareness, you can tune into our guidance, and act upon these signs. I hope this has brought you a little more understanding of who we are and what we can do to help you in your daily life. You are so loved. Eternal protection and blessings are yours now and forever. Goodbye for now. I am Archangel Michael. And that's basically what I got this morning, Jess.
That is really, really wonderful. And I think that so many people, they wonder, what are these things, channeling and mediumship and all of this stuff. And to just have you roll off and give an experience like that for somebody, I think gives them an idea. And I know that sometimes people, they question the whole channeling thing. They say, are you really channeling this energy? And, I have to say, whether somebody believes that you're actually channeling that energy or not, the reality of it is that you're tapping into divine message. And that becomes the big important key right there.
It does. You know what? Before I started this part of my journey, last year, prior to this journey, I had an experience where my best friend's son-in-law was sick. He ended up going to the doctor and finding out he had third-stage esophageal cancer. They put him immediately into the hospital, and they started really intensive, therapy to, hurry up and get him well. And during that time frame, a 4-month time, the same time that he was going to treatment, I ended up just by saying, I'm praying for you. And it went from there to messages that were channeled from Jesus that actually got so heavy and so deep. and they contained so many biblical quotes that I actually had to, go and get reference to see what I was actually saying. And over the course of that 4 months, he did get better, and he's completely healed. And I just, I was just so blessed to be the vessel during that time.
It's really amazing when we can step into that. And I have to say, I've come across a lot of people along the way that have intuitive gifts and things like that. But I have seen you work a few times now. And matter of fact, you've received messages from me along the way. And they're very on target and they're very accurate. And there's a lot of people that I would say, this person just kind of started up not too long ago, although you have had the gifts all your life. And yet, I have to say, you are really, really connected, which is why I have you on the show right now. And you're such a great source of light in this type of work that I think your level of integrity, your level of functioning with people is important for people to get to experience. And I want to have you touch on a couple of points, but our phone lines are lighting up like crazy here, which is wonderful.
Oh my gosh, that is exciting. Well, I just, I feel so blessed. I've helped people my entire life, but now it's taken to another level where it's, it goes beyond the people I personally know in my community. Now I touch people all over the world. And I just want to give a really fast example. I, like you said, am a Reiki master, and I had a gentleman from India contact me. And he asked me to pray for him. And I said, I would be glad to pray for you, but I would also like to give you a little bit of Reiki energy. And I explained what the Reiki energy was. And I then proceeded to send it to him after his permission. And within 2 minutes, from Pennsylvania to India, he felt this beautiful energy, and he felt so, so good. And he couldn't stop thanking me. So I just, like I said, I now have the opportunity to connect with people all over the world, and I just feel so blessed.
And you brought in a very important word that, matter of fact, I was just discussing this with Holly Hollowell last night about permission. And permission, asking permission of the person that you're working with and on is extremely important, whether you are doing readings or whether you're doing energy work, but particularly with energy work things, and also asking permission of their higher self as well as the physical conscious self in this process.
Because when I give readings, you come from a place of integrity. It's sort of like a person is going to a doctor, and there's like a HIPAA between myself and whomever I read. And the thing is, like, with me, the messages that I give to someone, they're channeled. So when I get done doing a session with someone, I don't remember anything because the session ends, and then I'm just the vessel. I give the messages that are needed to be heard, and then it's no longer mine, which is really incredible because people will say, you gave such and such, so-and-so a reading on such and such, and I said, well, what did I say? I have no clue what was said, and I could hook up with somebody for an hour and a half.
Yep. I know that well. I do that all the time as well.
Yeah, and you have no clue unless you go back, of course, like a blog talk show is archived, and you can go back and listen in the archives and say, oh, okay, now I get it, But it's really important that people, like, even starting out, like in this field, you do have, like, a HIPAA between whomever, like, you're, giving this information to, so it's very private. You can't go and discuss it with anybody else unless they ask you to. The person that you're reading can say, can you go discuss it with then you can't, but otherwise it's a very private thing. And that would get us into, like the right kind of psychics. I mean, you have to choose a person that comes, from a place of integrity. That's number one. That's so, so important. And then I just wanted to touch upon, like you were saying about like how important your words are. You know what I have found during like my time, which is only like less than a year doing this, sometimes I only had one chance to choose the right words to say. There wasn't going to be another chance. So words are so, so very important.
Oh, that's so true when you're working with clients. That is so true. You get that one opportunity many times. And words do have power, and they do have vibrations, and they do have energy patterns to them, and there's a lot of hidden things that sometimes we think something's positive, and there's a lot of hidden negative codes there. We've had Sharita Starr on, which we're bringing back as the first show in 2015, and she talks about this with lexicograms, and you'd be amazed at what's hidden within a word. And sometimes words we think are negative have tons of light in them, but people are so programmed that they're negative. So there's a lot of touchy pieces, and absolutely, I think that, when somebody is operating with integrity like yourself, we have a big piece of an aspect that they're not going to try to get you to spend $1,500 to make a fix, and then ask you for another $500 and another $2,000. Okay, that's a whole different realm of stuff, and that's not a level of integrity. That's somebody wanting your money.
Oh.
And
it certainly isn't. I mean, I feel like myself, doing this business. Number one, you have to feel comfortable with the person. I mean, you could pick up their vibes, whether it's through the phone, like I'm doing now, speaking to everybody. Someone could choose to do it over the internet, electronically, or they could meet someone in person if they have someone in their area that they feel that they may be able to get a good reading from. I mean, it's up to the person, what method that they want to use. But, for myself, I enjoy, speaking with people over the phone because, I allow, our voices to connect. And with some people, when the physical body is no longer there and it's just like the phone, they do feel a level of comfort. And then, I, being the psychic, I could pick up on the energy via their voice. And they, too, could pick up on my vibes, whether they feel that, it's going to be a good reading or, anything like that. And another aspect of it is, ask a reader, what do you charge? Is it by session or is it going to be by the minute? Because that is really important. So that has to be a consideration, when you're, considering having a reading from someone, when you're interviewing, different psychics. If you're going to go in person, I would suggest that you bring a friend, have someone with you if it's going to be a personal reading. And if a psychic says no, I feel from my personal experience, they have something to hide. I myself would not be comfortable in choosing them. And there's certainly little questions you've got to ask. Do I have to pay for this session in advance? And if I do have to pay for it in advance, if I'm not pleased with the session, will you return my money? And no reputable psychic wants you to pay for a reading that you're unhappy with. Now, granted, there are going to be, parts of the reading that you may not resonate with 100% because sometimes information that is given is not understood right away as well.
Exactly. I've had that happen with clients, and they said, there's no way that can happen. I don't know anybody like that. And a week later, they'd show back up in my shop going, oh, my gosh, this all happened. So, definitely. We're just
like I said, it has to be a personal choice of the person, seeking the reading. I mean, I myself have a website. People can choose to, they could read over what I have on the website, and then they could, connect with me, ask me questions, and if they feel comfortable, we can proceed, But I'm there to help the people. I'm not there to, hurt anyone, and I connect with the angels and the Ascended Masters, and that's where the information comes from.
And DC's website, again, is therealdclove.com. That's
www.therealdclove.com. And you know what? If anybody's listening and they are on Facebook, my name it's DC Love, and it's all in caps, and it's DC space Love and all in caps. And I'd like to, hear from everyone, connect. I mean, I think it's really awesome.
We've got.
As I told you earlier, too, Jess.
We have time to get to them, and I know that you, I've got. I know you said one, but I'm hoping we have time for two, maybe kind of full sessions, or so that people get an idea of what you're doing here.
Definitely. Well, you know what? A full session, like I said, I was going to offer anyone that contacted you through your website, the first person that wanted a full session. A full session with me could go up to an hour and a half, Jess,
Well,
So I want to
do.
give some like readings, like on the air, but a full
Yeah.
session would encounter like it would like envelop like almost an hour and a half. I do a little bit of Reiki, and that just I think it opens you up to really receiving the messages. You feel calm and wonderful. And then I go into the messages, and I'm going to give that person, whoever's the first person that contacts you through your, website or whatever, I'm going to give them a full year reading as well.
Oh, okay, a full one outside of this.
Yeah, out of this. But right now, I mean, we can take, like you said, we can take people online, and I'm going to give them like some, messages, of course, from Spirit.
Okay, because I had two people kind of come in at the same time. So the one that made it in just ahead here is Lorraine.
Well, if you
so
have people coming in, if they want to leave their names with you, if they want to connect with you, I'll give them both a session.
Awesome.
Okay, and then
so
the callers, like we'll take as many callers as we can. I'm ready.
Okay. So the first person would be Lorraine that's calling in here, and let me get her mic opened up, and she would be one of the ones that's going to connect with you for your offer here that you put forward. Lorraine, you're on the air with me in D.C.
Well, thank you so much for opening up the line for me, Jesse, and it's a pleasure to meet you, D.C. I'm also in Pennsylvania, in Phoenixville.
Wow. Well, you know what? You being like one of the first callers, because two of you came in at the same time, if you will, you can connect with either Jess or myself and give me your information. I'm going to give you a full session, which may be up to an hour and a half.
Do you know how wide my grin is on my face as my kid inside is very excited about this? Thank you. And also, Archangel Michael is very precious to me, so the fact that you started with that really resonated with my heart.
As you came on, hon, and you said your beautiful name, Archangel Michael stepped forward, and I'm hearing wisdom and objectivity are important, hon. Stay in integrity. And you have a situation around you right now that calls for honest and open communication. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and if you're uncertain and you don't know what to do, then please, maybe like have an expert come in. And what I'm hearing is like, while wisdom and objectivity are important, don't forget to weigh the emotional aspects of the situation, and always make sure your actions are of the highest integrity. And Archangel Michael is telling me, Lorraine, you're a person that commands great respect, and you're someone who communicates professionally. You're ambitious, you're diplomatic, you have such beautiful principles. I'm hearing, Lorraine, get right to the point. I'm feeling that someone in this situation may be basically unemotionally available. And next what I'm hearing is Archangel Michael is stepping back for the second. Archangel Raphael is coming forward. And I'm hearing, hon, make a wish. I see your dreams becoming a reality. This is going to be a joyful time for you. I see finances are getting better, and I see a flow of abundance coming your way. You have worked so very hard. I know you've had a lot of worries. You've had a lot of fears. Everything is starting to dissolve, and your life is becoming so magical. I feel so much beauty and happiness around you, hon, and you're going to feel the joy. And there's going to be an opportunity for you to finally just like back and have some fun. I see your dreams coming true. I see simple pleasures of life around you. I'm hearing, Archangel Raphael saying contentment. It's just going to be like such a beautiful time, hon. And then I'm hearing follow your heart. Follow your heart. I'm feeling you have such a beautiful love of your home and your family. But, Lorraine, do you feel like you're receiving psychic information? Because I feel you are.
I have been receiving psychic and guidance all of my life, so the channels tend to be very open, and I have been leading more from my guidance rather than from my head. And I'm in a period right now of stepping back and decompressing so that I'm letting some things go to create space for what I really, really want and what will bring me the greatest joy. And also,
well, you know what?
Always
I think
of what's
the right track. Oh my gosh, you are on the right track. I'm also hearing from Archangel Raphael. Expect your relationships to develop to a new level. I'm also like I said, you are getting this information, and please know that you can rely upon what you're getting. And I feel like you're like the champion of the underdog, but I also feel, Lorraine, you give too much of yourself. And you really have to take care of you. Does that make a little bit of sense to you, hon?
Yeah, well, you know what's funny about that? I really think that I do take good care of me, but I'm getting this message that I'm giving too much, and I'm not sure what that looks like because
Lorraine,
so,
you are giving a little bit too much of yourself.
Okay.
And you really have to, you have to, in other words, if you take care of yourself, you'll have more to give to others maybe. Does that make a little sense?
Sure, it's what I tell all my clients.
Okay, well, that's what I'm getting, and I'm telling you, You have to do what you tell others to do as well, hon. But I'm so pleased to connect with you,
and like heal myself.
I heal myself, and hon, I want to connect with you, and I want to do a full-blown session for you.
Thank you. It would be a real joy for me to receive, DC. And thank you for everything that you've shared. And Jessie, thank you so much for picking me to have this conversation. I love you.
Do you? Are you on Facebook? So quickly.
Lorraine, are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook, DC.
Okay, well, just friend me. Like I said, it's DC space love, all in caps.
Okay.
And if you have any problems, you can contact Jessie. But like I said, we'll set up a session for you really soon.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Oh, many blessings.
And many blessings to you as well.
And it was my pleasure to meet you and connect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Light and love,
hon. In, Lorraine.
You as well. Thank you so much, Jessie.
You're welcome.
Many blessings.
I just love, this aspect. I chuckle sometimes when I hear different things about people and what's going on, and every now and then it's like this. I'll know somebody that that has some stuff going on and what's happening in their life, and it's like, oh yeah, that fits. That definitely fits. So it's interesting. So then the other person that came in right at the same time as Lorraine that I have is Kat, and I'm going to open up her mic. Do you have something you want to say, DC, before I open up Kat's mic?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
She's going to be the other person that I want to give a full-blown reading to. I mean, that of course, yes. So I want to say, just hello to her, and Kat, I want to connect with you, and I want to give you, an entire session, which may, go up to, an hour and a half, so I just wanted to, that's my Christmas gift.
And Kat, your mic is open and on the air, so.
Well, hi, Jessie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, DC.
Hello, Kat. I'm so pleased to be talking to you, and I was told, by Spirit that you're the other person that I have to gift a full entire session to.
And that is awesome because I never get for myself. I'm always the one giving the treatments too. So
right. Well, all you have to do is connect with me. You can connect with me if you're on Facebook. It's DC Space Love, all in caps. Or if you have a problem, just get in touch with Jessie, and as soon as we can, I want to give you an entire session as well.
That'll be amazing. Thank you so much.
Incorporated in that session, you'll get a yearly reading.
And DC, I want to mention that Kat is just down in Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
My gosh,
a couple hours south
in Pennsylvania,
of you.
The two people that are getting these sessions.
The two people that dialed in
are from Pennsylvania.
Really
well, it's really amazing, and I'm so blessed to make this connection with you, Kat.
And I am blessed to have made the connection with you, so I really appreciate this.
Well, you know what? I'm going to start off by giving you, like I said, I have some messages. The angels want me to deliver to you a few messages. And the first message I'm getting for you, Kat, is set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Does that make any sense?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Jessie,
okay. I mean, I'm just like I said,
I'm coming from.
So these are messages. Like I said, I don't know you, and this is what Spirit is giving me. And I have a couple more messages that are coming through. Okay. Kat, the next message I'm getting for you is the word decide, that you have a decision to make. Because I'm hearing like two of the most powerful words that we could ever use are I decide. So the moment that you truly decide on whatever it is, like some kind of a goal, and you commit to it, and, you know, you're ready to take action, the universe is going to step in and assist you. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I have decisions all the time that I'm playing with, so absolutely.
Okay. Well, all you have to do is, you know, you just have to decide what it is, you know, that needs, you know, your attention right now. And just say, you know, what I have decided is, and set your intention. And once you name it, the universe is going to, you know, come in and, you know, help you out, Kat. And let's see. The other message that I'm getting now is a message of justice. And I'm hearing, you know, Archangel Raguel come in, and I see the scales, you know, the scales of justice. Fight for injustice and equality. I feel like you're going to have rulings made in your favor, Kat. Don't give up. Does that make any sense?
If it's on a universal side, yeah, not so much on a legal side, but universally, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm Libra, so the scales are very important to me.
Okay, because something previously was unfair, and this archangel is stepping forward and restoring balance, and you're going to be able to put a challenge behind you. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And great news.
Okay, this is basically just a message of empowerment, and this archangel is, Kat, you have to realize you found yourself in this situation that was partially created by your previous choices, and, you know, new choices can bring about new results. So what I'm hearing is just like kindness and justice must always be extended towards everyone involved. And I'm hearing set like aside emotions and just like do the logical thing, you know, and just review everything carefully. The next message is from Archangel Raphael, and I'm hearing, you know, like you're going to have new emotional experiences, and I'm hearing fulfilling romantic relationships are possible. Also, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Does that resonate?
Well, I would say that would be something I'd be hopeful for.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're involved with anyone, but I see a new person coming, like, into your life. And because of this person coming in, it's going to be, you know, a relationship that is going to help you to be filled with joy. So like I said, I don't know if it's going to be, like, romantic or, you know, because I don't know you, but I'm seeing that it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a relationship that touches you on a deep and personal level. And I also feel like you're having profound as well as lasting insights at this time. And Kat, Archangel Raphael is saying, please trust your intuition. It's going to lead you to happiness. And I'm also being shown, like, you're having spiritual revelations.
Yeah, actually, I'm going through some new learning.
Okay, and I feel like you may receive a gift from someone that's very close to you. And moving forward, Archangel Michael has come forward, and I see a situation that has ended, and I see you feel like, you know, you're finally free, and there's going to be new opportunities, and a happiness is going to be coming with it, you know, as well. And I feel as though you're going to put the past behind you. I feel like, you know, there might be a sense of, you know, a possible sense of sadness, but there's going to be a sense of great relief as well. And I don't know if you've been struggling, but I'm hearing from Archangel Michael, Kat, the worst is behind you. So let go of whatever you're holding on to and just have faith, because your angels are with you, and they're going to help you to walk into the beauty of a brand new dawn, Kat. I feel you're pushing too hard. And what I'm hearing is, Kat, please free yourself of a dependency. I don't know if that resonates with you, hon, but that's what the angels are giving me.
I'm not sure. I'd have to think about that.
Well, you know what? You
sure
just try to keep, like I said,
think
keep
of
the
a couple
message.
of things maybe in there, Kat. So, you know, when we look at that,
throw it in there,
Jesse.
Yeah, I'm open.
Oh well, I think that I think that some of the channels maybe that you're working with right now, as far as say income goes, I think you're feeling a little dependent on some of those things. You're feeling like those are what you're needing right now, and so just continue working to let go and be open. And I know you're a person who deals well with shifts and changes and transformation, and overall, you are able to do that.
So you think the dependency then would be more on what I think I need?
On what you think you need and what you think is going to bring you the solutions, as opposed to just being open with where it comes in.
Kind of where I was going with it.
Okay, and Kat, I do have one little message. Mother Mary is the Blessed Mother is my main Reiki guide. She's coming through, and she's around you right now, and she's basically the embodiment of unconditional love and compassion, and she's with you, and she's asking you to look at the people in your life as well as yourself with the same love that Mother Mary, can help you, so she can help you to embrace, your gifts and the talents and honor yourself in every moment. But Mother Mary is like the divine nurturer, and she reminds you to be proud of how far you've come in this lifetime, and she's encouraging you to keep moving forward, Kat. She's going to protect, guide, and support, all her children, including you. Just pull upon her. She's going to help you to open your heart and make you aware of what a blessing you are on our planet.
And she is, by the way, a huge blessing.
Oh, thank
you.
And
that's
what I have.
A Reiki master, by the way, DC.
Yeah.
Kat is also a Reiki master, so she's impacting a lot of lives out there.
God bless you, Kat. Well, that's what I have for you, and like I said, I'm going to connect with you, and I want to give you, like I said, a beautiful session.
Well, that is very much appreciated, and maybe I can return the favor as well.
Oh, thank you. Sounds beautiful.
I will absolutely connect with you, and I will find you on Facebook and connect with you on there.
Thank you so much.
And I can send you a link to DC's Facebook page, Kat. Be happy to do that for you.
That'd be awesome, and then I'll...
Great.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. It's been my pleasure connecting, and I look forward to, like I said, doing a session.
It's so exciting, that those two people happen to be the ones that contacted me right off. You always know. We don't stop to think that sometimes these people who are helping so many people actually need to stop and receive, and it's something that I see a lot with light workers and energy healers and Reiki specialists that, they're so busy doing for the rest of the world that they don't take the time to stop and really get
they don't
something.
take the time to consider, receiving, like you said, taking a little time to really pamper themselves and and that helps recharge, and it keeps everything balanced, because if you're giving and you're not receiving, it's going to be out of balance.
And we need to constantly be replenishing ourselves and receiving. And receiving is something I was even challenged by, because I was so used to being in that giving pattern. And lately I've had so many people step forward and give me sessions on things just voluntarily. And it's been like, wow, this is really exciting. And, of course, it makes a huge difference. As you know, where you've been watching my things, I've recently released some new services based on some of my original roots and foundations, and part of that has come because I allowed people to give to me, and it opened up some connections for me to say, where Spirit said, yeah, this is what you need to do and open up now and offer to other people. So
definitely. But you do have to. Everybody has to have a balance between giving and receiving, and that's just that's like the perfect formula for abundance. You have to give and as well as receive.
Absolutely.
And it's just, like with giving and receiving, it's just like an exchange of energy, and it creates balance and prosperity.
Most definitely, and that's the piece where so many people today, they're going, where's my prosperity? Where's this? Where's that? And they're forgetting that they got to stop and receive. They're not slowing down long enough to do it.
Oh, definitely. But it's so important. It's
very important, and that balance is important. We can't take and take and take either and not be giving back. That doesn't work either. So it really
doesn't.
is about the balance. And when we have that, it continues this beautiful flow of energy cycling through. It's kind of like they say, you're enough or whatever should cover your needs, your day-to-day needs, anything that would cover and take care of emergency repairs and replacement of vehicles and things like that. So there's a little bit of a cushion there from that aspect. But then all the other excess stuff that we can't possibly use, we need to keep shifting and giving back out again. And the giving comes in all different ways. It's not just money. It's exchanging of services can be done. There's lots and lots of options and ways to do that. Are you ready to keep going with people, DC? Because
oh my goodness, I am ready. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is awesome.
I love what you do, and sometimes I talk with people, and I have them explaining a lot of different things in their work. But with your work, it's kind of like my work. They just need to experience it, really.
Yeah, so definitely.
We're going to move on, and I have somebody here from 937 area code, and I've opened up their mic. 937, you are on the air with DC.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. This is Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. This is DC. I'm so happy to connect with you today.
Oh, yes, I'm amazed. I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you, too. Archangel Raphael is around you, honey. And I'm hearing that you're having a new emotional situation. I feel like you're going to, I don't know if you have already gotten like social invitations, but I feel like there's social invitations around you. You may hear something in regard to relationships. And I see great intuitive insights around you, Sandy.
Okay.
I just feel like you're so enlightened. And you have beautiful psychic gifts, and I feel like they're rising actually to another level. Are you aware of your gifts?
Yes, I dream a lot. And then right before something happens, I will get a message to watch or to look out for it. Yes.
Okay. Well, Sandy, I see you sort of as the magician. And in that context, what I'm saying is that you can manifest at this time the life that you want. And anything that you are needing is going to just like magically appear. I see you having like new beginnings, and these are going to be beautiful new beginnings. And anything that you start at this time is going to be a success. If you need some kind of a resource to go along with like this new venture, it's going to show up for you. Even if if you're underestimating like what you can do and stuff, hon, you've accumulated so much knowledge up until this point. You are prepared. You're ready. You're ready for this moment in your life. And I see the road ahead of you, and it's safe, and it's going to be wonderful. Any kind of guidance, like I said, whether it's people or whatever, they're going to be there for you. And possibly even I see, like a windfall of money coming your way. Right now, basically anything is possible. I'm hearing, please, you have to have confidence, and then you have to take action, and you've got to move forward, And please don't doubt, like, whatever you think you can't do, because I see success all around you. I feel like you have skill, and, you do have confidence. And I feel like you have the ability to manifest, hon.
I've been talking to the angels about love life.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you this, and then I can look into that. I see that you have a reason to celebrate. Have you received any happy announcements yet? I don't know. It could be in regard to relationships or children.
No. Not yet.
Okay, or like you'll be getting some kind of an invitation. It may be like a party coming up. I'm not quite sure. And I'm hearing like embrace and acknowledge the people in your life, the ones who love you and support you, and just take the time to experience the joy and the peace that comes from all the uplifting friends that you have. I see you, like I said, getting involved. There's some kind of a social group, and there's going to be some kind of announcement. I don't know if it's going to be like a wedding or a birth. And I see prosperity coming your way. And have you had any recent issues with your health? Because I see health improving.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
That's good.
Hey, are you having romantic feelings presently about someone? Because I feel like romantically you're having like feelings. Some kind of feelings are surfacing.
Mhm.
Okay, well, trust those feelings and you could explore them. Okay, and the only other thing that I'm seeing too, hon, is in regard to your love life, there's a factor that, I don't know if you're aware of it, but I feel there's a factor that involves like one of your parents or both parents. There's a parental issue involved in this.
Okay.
Okay, and what the angels are saying, there's something like, in regard, like I said, with your parents, answers to your prayers about your love life, there's something involved with the feelings for either like your mother or your father or maybe one of them. And what I feel, hon, that there's some kind of an anger that has to be released.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because, your parents, I guess, like what your upbringing or whatever like happened, this is still with you and it's influencing the kind of people that you are choosing romantically. And it also like comes in the way that you deal with relationships. Does Dad have understand any of that?
Oh yes, all of it, every bit of it.
Okay, well all you have to do, it's really simple, honey. All you have to do is ask the angels to come in and to help you, to forgive, and they're going to come in. And they're going to help you with this matter there. And I just feel like they're going to come in, and what they're going to perform on you, hon, is going to be really sort of like a deep emotional detoxification. And all you have to say is, I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. You could say it right now. I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body.
Within my mind and body.
Great. And then when you find that inner peace with your parents, you're no longer going to have, that feeling, or the need to attract those unhealthy relationship patterns and partners. And everything is going to heal. All the, emotional family wounds and all your relationships are going to get better. Does that make any sense?
Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. That has been an age-long thing for me since real young. Thank you.
Well, you know what, Sandy, I just feel like I did say I was going to give a full-blown session to the other two callers, but I feel that I have to include you in that as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I want to give you an entire session. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well,
and I've already
Love, all in
messaged
caps,
you.
The space between DC and Love.
I already messaged you before. I was online. I got kicked off. I went back on and went into your thing and already messaged you about that. I thought that I just loved everything that you were doing.
Great. Well, we're going to connect, and I really want to work more with you, hon.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are
you're welcome.
Fantastic.
God bless, hon. And I look forward to connecting with you and, like I said, having a really a nice session with you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I love your show, everything.
Oh, thank you. Many blessings, hon.
Yes, thank you for calling in, Sandy.
Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.
And for those that are just tuning in, we have DC Love with us, and she's working with different people with the work she does between channeling and different things like this. And it was really interesting where you were working with Sandy because you brought up some aspects of she's carrying things from her parents. And there's a lot of people that do this that I've noticed, DC. They carry the patterns of their parents, oftentimes picked up around the age of 4 or 5, and they've taken them on as their own, and they're not their own patterns, but they repeat it by picking partners that are similar to one of their parents or or something they haven't resolved in one of their parents, and they try to resolve it in the relationships and the partners they pick. And, it's important for us to step back and go, ask our angels, get me out of this pattern, help me to pick wiser and help me to create my own pattern. I don't need to repeat what my parents went through.
Oh, you don't. And like when you hold that and you keep that inside you, it's a learned behavior, and you yourself attract that same kind of situation into your own life, and that's what you don't want.
Exactly.
You want to let go of it, and you have the choice to have a healthy relationship.
And for those that are listening, we are taking live callers today. We do have some more people in our switchboard right now that we're going to be getting to, and we're taking as many people as we possibly can today with things. So if you're ready, DC, we're going to keep moving on to the next person.
Sure, that'd be awesome.
Okay, the next person that I'm opening up here is calling in from 832 area code. 832, you're on the air with DC.
Hi, DC.
Hello, Jordan.
How are you?
How are you, honey?
I'm good.
Everyone, this is a dear friend, and she just started her spiritual journey, and she's like a walk, and she came onto a show that I help out on, Simplicity, and Jordan is just an amazing girl. So I'd like to say, Jordan, I'm so proud of you. You're going so fast on your journey. You sort of remind me of myself, and it's just been a blessing to connect with you, hon.
It's been a blessing to connect with you and everyone I've connected with.
Oh, definitely. Well, Jordan, you get like the regular readings from me quite often. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do, hon, I just want to go into a different area with you.
Okay.
Okay, because we connect with each other quite often. Okay. I just want to see here. Hold on for 1 minute okay. And Jordan has been finding out who's around her and everything. Jordan, I have an ascendant master coming forward, and I'm hearing the words choose peace. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Like in the situation that you're in right now, you're asked to choose peace, okay? Listen to your heart, and there is always like a peaceful alternative, honey, to conflict. And when you stay in that, state of being in peace, it's going to elevate your energy, and in turn, you are going to be able to manifest your desires. Jordan, have you been either meditating or doing yoga?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's what I'm getting a thumbs up. And I'm hearing, this is what you should be doing. I mean, that's really, really wonderful. Okay, the next thing I'm hearing is the word freedom, Jordan. I'm hearing, Jordan, walk away from your restrictions and be free. You have the power and you have the right to change your life so that you can experience more freedom. And this is a message that, is just signifying that your soul is crying out for more freedom. And I do feel like this involves your life purpose. Do you resonate with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And just know that the universe always supports the desires for expansion as well as freedom. And all you have to do, Jordan, is just say yes to freedom, and the universe is going to say yes to you. So at this time, I'm asking you, Jordan, are you going to say yes to the universe, and are you going to say yes to freedom?
Yes.
Great. That's all you had to do, hon. Just allow the universe to come in, hon, and to support you while you're making all these changes. And if you find that, someone is trying to overstep, boundaries, be assertive and say no, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and around you now I believe her name is Hina. She's a Polynesian and Hawaiian moon goddess, Jordan. And she's just wonderful. What I'm hearing is, call upon her for issues that involve manifestation, fertility, and attraction. So she's around you at this time, Jordan. And the next ascendant master that is around you is Lug, and I hear the word persistent. And Jordan, through this persistent action and positive thinking, thinking that you're having, your dreams are manifesting, hon. Do you realize that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so please stay persistent. If you get discouraged, you can call out, the angels to come in and help you. You could also call out on Lug, and he's going to give you more, and he's going to show you signs of your progress. Jordan, what he's saying to you at this moment is, honey, you're almost there. Keep going. You might have to start breaking, these large projects that you're having, break it down into smaller steps. Because when you do that, you're going to feel, actually like, wow, I am accomplishing these things. And your persistence is going to pay off, Jordan. Stick with it. Don't over-procrastinate. Just take action. And please, you know what, any promises that you make to yourself or any priorities, stick to them. And just, on a daily basis, please chip away at your dreams. Stay positive, Jordan, and visualize your dreams and see them as if they've already manifested. And just, Jordan, please commit to your dreams for the long haul. And Lug is a Celtic sun god, and his name means the Shining One. So you can call upon him when you need help mastering anything that you're learning. And just, even if you want to enjoy, the harvest of your abundance, Lug will help you do that. So I hope that helped you today, Jordan.
It did, and I pulled a card from this past weekend, and it said I would meet my twin flame.
Wow.
But I don't know. I'm just wondering who my twin flame is.
Well, you just have to, you know what? Divine timing is at play. You're going to find out, I feel like you're going to find out. But twin flames, like I said, they come in many forms, and I know that you're with someone, so they could come because there's some kind of lessons to be learned.
Right.
And Jordan, I feel like there's some kind of addictions that's affecting your life right now.
Yep.
Okay, and I mean, you really have to take hold of this and have these issues resolved. I don't know if it's drinking or it's something, but it's really like it's an unhealthy behavior, honey.
It would be drinking.
Okay. Alrighty, and I don't know. I'm also feeling like there's some kind of is there some kind of addictive behavior in your family? Because I just feel like these what you're doing, what you're having with the alcohol, it sort of stems from a family issue.
Yeah, my grandfather's in the hospital again right now, and he's not doing so hot.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm gonna pray for him, honey, and I'm gonna just put some positive energy around the situation that he get the best care.
Yeah, he's got pneumonia really bad, and they're afraid maybe it's sepsis that's been eating away at his heart because he's got a pacemaker and they can't go in and do surgery.
Oh.
Yeah. And the doctor did say it's in God's hands, and I work in hospitals, and I know when they say that means it's pretty much a done deal.
Well, you know what, Jordan, you just, like I said, it is in God's hands, and you just have to, you have to see, what happens, but you just please keep praying for your grandfather. Don't give up on him. And you're being asked, Angel Raphael, to meditate on this issue, hon, okay?
Okay. I'm trying not to bother me.
Okay, Jess, this is Jordan. Like I said, she's new on her journey, and I was wondering if you could give her some insight.
It's really interesting, some of the things you talked about, and having to break free of situations or having that freedom, giving that to ourselves is so important because so many people lock in to their past, to where they've been. And this is a very big time. You mentioned addictions as well. It's a very big time of breaking forth from addiction. We're not going to be able to escape that, especially if they're related to drugs or alcohol. Matter of fact, our bodies are headed into a time starting maybe February, March kind of time frame where they're going to become much, much more sensitive to substances. And we're not going to be able to tolerate things like we used to be able to. So this is going to be important. You also mentioned about taking small steps, and that's a huge thing with me, and I'm very, very pro with doing that because oftentimes, even if we've been on our path a really long time, we can have a tendency to get overwhelmed, maybe overwhelmed by the volume of people we're dealing with or helping or just what's going on in our life. A lot of people have been in that space. And it's the small steps that allow us to stay connected. If we try to tackle too big of pieces, we give up on it, we let go of it, and we disconnect, and then we don't have that open channel that we're so much needing to keep us nourished, that comes in from the divine. And you also mentioned chipping away at your dreams. This is something I talk about in my Activating Compassion book. And it is about, again, those small pieces, every day doing a little something for it. You don't have to sit down and spend 4 or 5 or 10 hours a day on something. If you spend 15 minutes or even 5 minutes, and sometimes that 5 minutes is sitting down and breathing so you can clear your mind to get a message. So, yeah, these are important things, and we're in times that, we have people that are going to leave this earth. And we can pray for them, but praying for what is best for them, as opposed to praying to hold on to them or, to keep them locked here if it really truly is their time to go. And if it's not their time to go, of course, then those prayers will help them to regain the strength that they need to be here with us. So some big pieces there. And I'm not sure if I lost people in that. I'm not hearing.
No, I think.
No, I totally understand.
Okay, good. Well,
and wanted to touch upon with Jordan, take your time on your journey. Sometimes it's not the destination; it's every step along the way, honey. That's what's going to be really important. Don't try to move too fast forward. Just enjoy, where you're at, in this moment.
Oh, I am. I am impulsive sometimes.
Yeah, you just want to get, further and further along, and you really have to, you have to take your time and just Spirit knows when you're ready to move on to a different, level or whatever, and just enjoy every step of the journey, hon.
I am. I do feel like I'm going to level up a little bit this weekend. I do feel that.
Impulsiveness can be okay. Where we run into trouble is where we run into trouble with impulsiveness is when it becomes immediate gratification versus doing something creative or just spontaneous. So there's a little bit of difference in that. Jordan, I want to thank you for calling in today. And did you have anything else that you? Definitely a pleasure. And DC, I think we're going to move on here.
Oh, definitely.
To the next person that we have in the queue, and that person has been waiting quite a while as well. And they're calling in from 630 area code.
Before I want to do something. Yes, before you pick them up, right? Okay, just hold on there. Don't say anything. I'm going to give a reading. I'm going to see. I don't know who this caller is, and I just want to give a reading before I even, find out anything about them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to do this a little differently. I was going to give a reading actually before Jess picked up. I feel like you have a complex decision. I feel like there's a need to do more research, and I'm hearing stop procrastinating. Let's see. It is time to stop procrastinating. You have to get busy. And what I'm feeling here, try to focus. I feel like there's some kind of unrealistic expectations as well. I feel as though you have too many options. I'm sort of seeing like a clown, and there's too many balls in the air. I feel like there's confusion, fantasy, and you have to watch your imagination on. That's the first thing that I've got. And then I'm hearing, I see a difficult situation ending. I'm hearing embrace change, expect things to get better. And what I'm hearing is, you know what? There is an ending, and with endings we have beautiful new beginnings. I feel like, there may be a little sadness over what had transpired, but there also might be some welcome relief. but it is time to walk away and embrace the dawn of a new day and just expect your circumstances to improve. This may be a time where you're considering changing career. And I'm hearing, perhaps you've completed like some kind of a project and you've decided to, seek other employment. The angels are saying don't put limits on what wonderful things the universe can bestow upon you. If you were a fisherman, I would say to you, cast your net wide and see the fantastic opportunities that you're going to catch. And I'm hearing nowhere to go but up. Let's see what else I'm getting from the angels. I'm also seeing that you've basically come into your own. I'm getting the words partnerships, possibly contracts. I see you moving forward. The steps that you're taking, like to improve your career business, these are good steps. You are on the right track. And as you go forward, move forward with courage and make choices that are necessary because I see rewards for you. Just keep going ahead. Don't be discouraged. Maybe a couple like temporary delays, but don't allow anyone to come in and to, get in the way of your progress. I feel like, I don't know if you're considering working in partnership with someone, but I feel like if you do, their skills may actually complement your skills. And, together, can help you to achieve your goals. And any kind of negotiations that are around you at this time, they're going to go, very smoothly. I feel like you have excellent foresight. I'm hearing hope for the future. I'm, again, hearing, maybe contracts or business agreements, and I hear great potential. And that's what I have.
Okay. And
can I ask what is your name?
My name is Lisa. Was this a card reading you just did?
Well, I got some intuitive messages from the angels, and does any of it resonate with you?
Yeah, some of it does. Can I?
Some of it may not, because you have to just take it in, and sometimes it does resonate a little bit later.
Yeah, can I mention what it does and then ask a specific question with it, or?
Sure.
Okay, that's what I hoped when I called. So thank you for that general reading. I think it was pretty interesting. I'm in the midst of looking for a position for a job full time.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of expanding a little bit my search.
Okay.
What you're saying in that is that I should keep on going. I do have a lot of balls. I'm juggling with it, but keep on going on my path until I
Do you
reach
work by yourself?
The right position.
Right. Do you work by yourself though?
No.
More or less, maybe on your own, or do you work in partnership with someone?
I would never work on my own. I'm looking for a company. That's the only way I work.
Okay, because I'm hearing but maybe someone specifically may come your way where the two of you will complement each other, whether it's in the same department or whatever. But I just see a joining of energy.
Yeah. Now I applied for a position and had one interview last week. I was wondering. They told me they're going to be calling me. The guy's sick this week, but they're going to be calling me for a second interview and next week and then making decisions. Do you see anything with that opportunity, or do you think it's going to be something else, maybe it might take a
Okay, well, we're going to handle one question
time?
at a time. You want to know if they're going to call you for that opportunity?
Or that if you think, I think they said they are going to contact me for the second interview. Do you think I might?
Okay, do I possibly working out for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting a thumbs up from the angels, hon. I feel I'm feeling I'm filled with happiness and joy right now, and I do feel like I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting a thumbs up, and I think it's going to be, a good prospect for you. That it's going to work out.
Okay. And if it doesn't, by any chance, you never know, right? I mean, things happen.
Well, I'm getting a thumbs up. Basically, that means that, I do see it, I do see it coming forward.
Okay. And if by any chance it didn't, do you see this opportunity coming for me in the next couple months? Because I've been looking.
Okay, you know what? I'm hearing you are going to have an exciting new opportunity that's going to bring you career advancement. And basically, I feel like it's going to really, in a manner of speaking, help change your life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
Like I said, I see opportunity in front of you, so I don't know. Like I said, this job, this can work out for you. I don't know, how long it's going to stay with you, but I do see that, you are going to, be called back for this, for this job. But I do see like an opportunity around you. More than one possibility that are coming like into my view here, and I'm hearing like just embrace new adventures, and they're going to present themselves, and I'm hearing go for it.
So would that be something sooner
right now
than later, like in the next couple of months or whatever?
Well, hon, I'm seeing multiple career possibilities. I'm not getting one, I'm getting multiple. You have to, like I said, everything is free will. You have to, you asked me about the first possibility, and I said I could see you working there. And I also see coming into my view, I see other, aspects coming in regard to career. So I'm just hearing like go for it. And this is a good time for you to take any kind of risks. And these risks are going to help you to fulfill your dreams. And what I'm hearing from the angels, if you want to change your life, this is the time to do it. And I hear job offers, not one. I hear offers and I hear promotions. You're going to, be able to be promoted. I feel like you're going to get some, like, exciting new information, and maybe then you'll have, like, a little bit more insight. But I feel like this is going to be a fresh start for you as well.
Okay. And then what about, do you see anything
really, like I said, it's a good time. And like I said, I feel like your life is going to change for the better, hon. It's going to be really exciting.
Okay, and what about, like, personal life? Like, I've been dating a little bit. Do you see anything with that? Or
okay.
Telling them.
Okay. What I'm hearing first, like when you, like at the end there, you sort of like chuckled a little bit. And I feel like you're not opening your heart, as wide as it could be so that you could have love come in. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, well, like someone asked me out. I just totally didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere. So I was kind of going out a little bit,
Okay. Well, just like I said, first of all, just have an open mind, and just know that it is safe for you to, have a relationship like this. And when you start to open your heart, you're allowing yourself to receive the highest energy. And, you're going to meet some people and just get to know, get to know them. And, there's a possibility that, you're going to get to know them and, you may have, like, some bonds that'll deepen. But what I'm seeing for you, hon, I'm hearing the word codependency. And I don't know if that resonates with you, but what I'm being shown with the codependency is there's some kind of, like, addiction around, like, your love life.
I don't know about that.
It could be an addiction, like meaning it could be like it could be a substance, or it could be like an unhealthy behavior, or it could be even like the person that you're with, that they have an unhealthy behavior. But there's something like with a codependency that's around you. Was there anything in your childhood, like was there like addiction in your family? Because I do like see codependency around you. And with this codependency, I feel like it sort of like numbs the heart a little bit, and it diminishes like the capacity to love,
Mhm. Mhm.
And sometimes like we twist ourselves in knots,
So this person that I met, do you see anything happening with them?
Okay.
Like he's coming over to help me with something.
This person that you met now, I feel like, this could be like a really nice, healthy relationship for you. I feel like you've been wondering about this person. And I feel like, this individual, I feel like he could really be one that you could have like a nice relationship with.
Yeah, just get to know.
But it's going to depend on you, honey. Like I said, opening your heart and expressing your true feelings, and just be the true person you were meant to be. Be kind, be compassionate. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's going to involve you, like really having like honest discussions, and expressing like your true self. And I feel you at times you seem to get like a little uncomfortable with that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And you just, you have to, know that the angels are around you and they're going to help you with this if you ask them.
Yeah.
And I do see, like I said, I see a wonderful relationship, and it's destined. It's coming to you, but just ask the angels to come in like right now, and and just ask them to help you, because like I said, I feel like you sort of put like a protective shield around your heart, and you have to you have to let the angels come in and know that everything is going to be okay, and in the meantime, please just make sure you take care of yourself. Because when you get,
you don't think I am?
Well, you know what? You really have to love. You have to love yourself, and you have to really do for yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat a person that you love. Does that make any sense?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know if you meant like health-wise, because I really am. I exercise.
Oh, I mean, in an emotional sense, in the respect that the person you're in a relationship with someone, you know how you treat them and everything. Do that for yourself. Do that for yourself. And I feel like everything is just all that negativity is going to fade away, and I do see you having a beautiful relationship, hon.
Okay.
So I hope that helps.
Then it did really. So it sounds like you think the career thing is going to establish itself.
Everything. You know what? Your career is going to be fine. Your love life is going to be fine. Mm-hmm. You just have to let the angels come in and help you a little bit. And
I think get to know people slowly, right? Have faith and get to know people slowly. I mean, if you met someone, you can just start going out,
Time, definitely. Just, get to know the person. Like I said, just get to know them. Everything is gonna be fine for you, hon. It really is. I mean, I see a lot of good, but you have to believe that, you're deserving of all of this.
Yeah, this year was a bad year.
And that's one of the keys as well,
Okay. All right, thank you. I'm going to stand and listen.
You're gonna connect, and it's going to be really nice,
Yeah.
And you're going to have to, like I said, have some discussions, because you have feelings that are buried so deep within you, hon, and they're going to have to come to surface,
What do you mean, like?
Well, like I said, if there was relationships where you like I said, why they didn't work out and stuff, because like I said, there was past issues that are sitting there. Like I said, you have your heart, like I said, you have it surrounded with this protective shield. And in order for someone to really get in there and connect with you, that you have to take down the barriers, in other words. And with the angels' help, just in the meantime, get to know this person slowly, but work with the angels and just get to the point where you really love being with yourself, and get to the point where you take care of yourself, and you do for yourself, like I said, as you would do for a partner. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of things do you think I can do more?
Flowers. Do for yourself, hon, and know that you're deserving of love.
Besides buy yourself flowers, like maybe tonight I'm going to a concert or whatever.
Yeah, and just really, really connect with yourself, and just say, I'm loving, I'm lovable, and I deserve to be loved. And all you have to do is just have fun. Have fun, and you know what? This is going to be a natural process, just like when we breathe. We don't have to think about it, correct?
Yeah.
It just happens.
Just go and do something, like go to the art museum. Like I have a free pass.
Yeah, whatever brings your heart joy, honey. If that brings your heart joy, go and do it. Everything's going to happen naturally.
Because you can't put your life, like what happened was I was kind of putting my life a little bit on hold with the career search.
Well, you can't.
It's going to happen, but you can't, because it could be like tomorrow or like 5 weeks from now. But
definitely.
Anyway,
see, you're opening up right now as we speak.
Yeah.
You are opening up. The angels are going to come in, and they're going to help you to understand, and you're going to clear away any past issues, so that you have a beautiful, healthy relationship. But everything I see, everything is going to be fine.
Okay.
So what I suggest to you is out there and enjoy that concert. I said, just get out there, enjoy the concert, enjoy yourself, have fun, and everything is going to everything is going to face.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I kind of get it, because you're going to have the job, but It's like I've been looking a few months or whatever, but it still might take a little more time, and you have to go on with your other life too, not just work.
Right, and don't hold up. I'm going to bring Jess in, and she's going to add to this to give you a little bit more insight.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. You've been so helpful.
Oh, thank you, hon. God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, and DC, you're incredible with what you do and what you bring in for people, and absolutely, when we're in relationships, sometimes we're not even going to realize some of the patterns we're in until we start in that relationship, because oftentimes we're going in it with rose-colored eyes. And one of the things I do is, look at everything that you can find wrong with that person up front, in a sense, so that you get out of some of that illusion. But I always encourage people to take it slow. If people are pushing you to go fast in a relationship, you know what? That's probably not a relationship that's going to work. And I talk a lot about this in my book.
I mean, that I know. That I know totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm familiar with.
So I think that that's always an important key. And, one thing that I see with a lot of people, I talk about a lot of these things in my relationship books, You, Me, Life, Dreams. And, they go in and they get so set on one person. And I'm not saying that that's you, Lisa, but, just as a concept that's coming in here. But they get so set on, is it this person? What can I do to get this person? As opposed to just opening up that love. And, a lot of us have shields around our hearts that we don't even realize we have there. And we do. We have to keep asking the angels, take down these layers for me, take them down, because, I myself even have over time built some of those layers up, and then I've had to work very hard to bring them down as well to be more accessible, because love can be scary even when we're excited about having it. And there's so many different components there. But I think you're really going to be fine. I think you're going to have a lot of things feeling resolved for you by the end of the year.
By the end of this year?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's only 3 weeks left. So that's good.
Yeah, we're in times where things are happening fast right now. And this is a month where we're going to be seeing a lot of things happen very quickly for us, and things we've been waiting on, because actually they're not happening as quickly as they appear. This is a time where it appears like things are just all of a sudden happening, manifesting miracles all over the place. But a lot of what's happening is happening because of seeds that we've already planted, things that we've been working on for a while, and we're going to see those start coming through.
So do you see that for everybody, or you're saying for me in particular?
Some of that is for everybody, but it's also applying to your situation. I'm using your situation to bring some of that information out. But I do see for you that I think your work things are going to be resolved before the end of this year. You're going to have peace and comfort with that. And I think the relationship stuff
I'll
maybe
have my
take a little longer.
Position?
I'll have my full-time position? I think you'll at least know about it, and as DC mentioned, I think you're going to have your choice, and that's the key, is your choice. You're going to have many options to choose from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much for calling in, Lisa.
Thank you. I'm going to stay on and listen. Thank you.
Okay, great. And I know we had people that we didn't get to here. We're kind of winding down into the last few minutes here of the show. And, DC, I want to give you a chance to give your information out, wrap up again, and make sure that people know the other radio shows that you're doing. So if they didn't get a chance to connect with you here today, that maybe they have a chance to jump into one of those other shows and catch you on that as well. And I don't know if we lost her or if she's still with us. I'm not hearing her come back through here. But DC does have some other radio shows. Again, you can find those on her website.
Yeah, I'm here, hon. Sorry about that.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I was saying I'm on Double Trouble. That's Paramania Radio, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I do Crystal Angel Healing, and that's on Tuesdays, and it starts at 6 p.m. as well, and that's Blog Talk. And then I do, guest appearances on a multitude of shows. So
wonderful. And I do encourage people to go jump in those shows. Each one has a little bit different dynamic, but there's some really great insights, just as you've been experiencing today and hearing people getting. And I'm sorry we couldn't get to everybody. We'll just have to have DC back on again in the future.
Yeah.
And
definitely. It was such a pleasure. This is incredible.
I mean, this is a gift, what you've been bringing in for people and the insights you've been sharing. And as I mentioned before in the show, if anybody missed any part of it, go back and listen to it from the beginning in the archives. They're going to be available immediately after we finish up here. And, the best thing was to have people experience your work, to get an idea for how you work with people, because as I said, I mean, in one sense, you're very, very new in bringing your gifts out to the public, although you've been working with your gifts pretty much all of your life. And, people just have to experience this. You're very talented. You're very tuned in, very plugged in, and very clear in what you're receiving. And I just think it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. This has been such a blessing. I mean, I love to connect with people, and I love to help people. Like I said, that part of me has been with me all my life, and now I'm just able, through this blessing, to connect with more people. And I thank you for the opportunity to come on your show, Jess. You have a beautiful show.
Thank you so much, Cece. It's really been a pleasure. And, next week on my show, I'm going to have another guest on, Maria Reichert-Fong. And some of you may have remembered Maria from about 2 years ago when I had her on around Thanksgiving dealing with some nutrition things. And she's been progressing her work by leaps and bounds, writing books. And she's now doing a lot of work with autism and what she calls almost autism. And that's really interesting because there's a lot of kids and a lot of people being diagnosed with autism out there. And it's not quite that for them. So I think you may want to tune in because this is really going to hit home for a lot of people next week. I've also, again, have been on my Compassion Tour. I still have an event coming up at the end of this year. I'm getting ready to create 2015 events again. If you have any stores near you, bookshops, metaphysical shops, spiritual shops, I have room for about 27 to 36 shops on my 2015 tour. I already have 5 of those spaces filled up. Just go ahead and contact me through my email, Jessie@JessieAnnNicholsGeorge1.com. My website, you can find all kinds of things from blog posts, video tips, archive shows, monthly specials going on, which the special for this month, I have just released a new service that is pieces that I've been working with for a very long time, but it's a new service available to the public, and that is Nordic Crystal Grids. And you can check that out on my homepage, JessieAnnNicholsGeorge1.com. And I have a 2-for-1 running on that, which means you can get 2 of those for the price of 1. Don't forget, we've got several shows here on Main Street Universe throughout the week. Sunday nights, we have Darren Bouquet, who's a reader at Madame Laveau in New Orleans, doing spiritual insights. Monday nights, we have Randy Goldberg doing Vedic astrology. Tuesdays is Susan Weed, who's sharing her work in herbs and natural plants. Wednesday nights is our flagship show with Daniel and Janice, and they shake it up. Sometimes guests, sometimes topics, sometimes readings. You never quite know what they're going to go with from week to week. And then Thursdays and Saturdays, we're starting to do some roundtables. So we have a variety of different shows that are coming in that are going to come on once a month, including Jim and Ashley Cash, from Woven Green are doing a show now, and they're just really amazing people, definitely worth tuning on. Kevin Baird's going to be back on with Walking on the Sidewalk and his Horizon Oracle Journey set, which he created. You can check that out at templeofgaia.com. And, of course, Fridays sometime during the day or evening is Activating Compassion Radio. So this is Jessie Ann Nichols George. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today. And, again, thanks to all of our listeners, not only on Blog Talk, but also those streaming live on PEN, known as Para Encounters Network, StreamFinder, and TalkStream Live, as well as those catching our podcast at iTunes, TuneIn.com, and, of course, the YouTube version of our show will be coming up in about 1 to 2 weeks here. I'll have that up and available on my YouTube channel. I do look forward to seeing everybody back here next week as we delve more into Activating Compassion. Hey, don't forget, if you've enjoyed the show today, share it with others. It's going to be available at the same link in our archives. And I'm going to leave you today with the song Yearning For, also known as Over and Over by Shemshai. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again next week right here on Activating Compassion Radio. May you enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a truly amazing week. And see everybody soon.
And if I could see what makes me blind, I would soar to the edge of my mind, and to touch what seems unreal, just to show you the way that I feel. And we are in time with time, one with the season of change inside. And we are in tune with the tune, caught in a balance of sun and moon. Oh, deep inside, the light within, shining to show you it's here to begin. When all I have is all I need, I will soar to the edge of eternity. And we see in eye to eye, one within love to be for the divine. And we're walking hand in hand, caught in a balance of God and man. Over and over, life is your lover, learning to walk just a little bit slower, whispering secrets, but that you can't keep it. No turning back now, this time we reveal it. One to another, all will discover the essence within the most beautiful lover. Time is still turning, the love is still burning. Deep in your spirit, your heart still yearning for. Yearning for. Still burning, deep in your spirit, your heart.